What are the important points you should keep in mind while drafting the letter of weakness? See, as per SA 265, communicating the deficiencies in internal control to those charged with governance and the management, the auditor shall include a written communication about the significant deficiencies in the internal control. And he will communicate by way of a letter of weakness. There will be a letter of weakness. In the letter of weakness, he will communicate all these things. He will be giving a description of the deficiencies in the internal control. What are the deficiencies they come across as far as the internal control are concerned? What is the deficiency which is there? Okay, and also sufficient information which enables those charged with governance and management to understand the context of communication. What is the deficiency? And there should be a clarity, sufficient information as to enable the management and TCWG to understand what is the context of the communication. They can clearly understand that. That's the thing here. So the auditor should communicate what you can say the material weaknesses to the management and to the audit committee on a timely basis. On a timely basis, that communication should be there. A communication, basically it should be in writing, and that letter, that communication letter is known as what you can say the letter of weakness. What is the important point you will keep in mind while you are drafting the letter of weakness? What important points you should keep in mind? First of all, the letter should list down the areas of weaknesses in the system and offer suggestion for improvements. For example, you're not purchasing goods from an authorized supplier. You're purchasing goods from an unauthorized supplier. So list down what are the areas of weaknesses and list down the various weaknesses in the control, and what is the suggestion for improving. What suggestion you should have for the improvement. For example, some expenses are incurred without any proper authorization. So that you should keep in mind actually. Okay, and also what you can say that it should clearly indicate. It should discuss the weaknesses. So what are the weaknesses actually here which has come to the attention of the auditor and they are not designed in an adequate manner. For example, say you're recording purchases, but you're not you're entering the date of the purchase invoice, but you're not entering the date on which the goods is received. Now that is not acceptable. So what is the design deficiency in internal control? You have to highlight it. That's the thing actually here. This letter, it will be a valuable reference for the management for the purpose of revising the system and insisting on a stricter implementation. So it will be a proper advice to the management. It will be a point of reference to the management. See, these are certain things we should not be doing it actually here. Okay, and what is the purpose of revising the system? Insisting on what you can say a stricter implementation, and that's the thing here. The letter will also serve to minimize the legal liability actually here. Suppose say any liability is there, say suppose any major loss happens in the future, so any issue arises in future actually here, so that can be taken care because auditor will be safeguarded and he will not be regarded as a negligence. The reason is that he has already given the letter of weakness. So about the weaknesses in the internal control.